Welcome back. I appreciate you joining me again here on Unorthodox Logic with Marv Crittenden. Make sure you're following me on all social media platforms, HVO Marv, specifically Twitter, because that's where you're going to get this type of content at in written form. Anyway, this show comes at a special request by my boy Fire, who, hold on. By my boy Fire. He wanted me to teach y'all or explain to y'all or give y'all some pointers on how to identify a suspected white supremacist or a flat out white supremacist. I'm going to talk about tattoos, talking points, and rites of passages. I won't say I was going to do haircuts as well, but I can't because I don't want y'all to get confused. I think that's going into too much. I think things that I want to speak in absolutes, to be completely honest. In an absolute way you can identify at minimum a suspected white supremacist is going to be the things that I'm going to be telling you about. Some stuff I'm going to highlight and let you know if they have like a certain tattoos, it's 100% a white supremacist. Without a doubt in my mind whatsoever, and I'm willing to bet my life on it type shit. When I say that, I'm dead serious about that. So it's going to be certain shit I'm going to highlight that without a doubt is a white supremacist, but there's also going to be some things I'm going to highlight where I'm going to just say just suspect, because we can't put an absolute thumb on it. But when I say suspect, which means 99%, anything other than that I'm 100% sure on. How do I know these things? It's because I get my higher education from people who've been doing this longer than me, who does it better than me. And I'm essentially trying to get, I'm putting my hat in the ring, essentially, like I told y'all. So I'm putting my hat in the ring so you can get with me. And you know, it's just, I look at it like this. We all going to give you we're going to give you the same topics, different perspectives, and different deliveries. And you're better off going to all four, figuring out who you like the best, whatever the case may be. It's not a competition. I don't want it to make it seem like a competition, because I support them. They don't know me yet, but I support them. And so I don't want to make it seem like it's a competition, but I do know people is different flavors for different people, because I didn't put people on the all three, and they may only take on one or two of them. You know what I mean? Because it just certain talking points, styles, things like that they like, which is fine. That's fine by me. I just want to, just put that out there. So, nonetheless, let's get to it. We're going to start, before we get into that, because I'm going to end with that. We're going to start with something, this is a little rare, where I'm going to start with the main topic and then go into the list of things. So the main topic is going to be about divide and conquer. At a pivotal point when black people were uniting like never seen before, when black people were on their square, unapologetic, double, triple, quadrupling down on their blackness, there seemed to have been some fuck shit that happened. Quite a few things happened. First and foremost, I want to talk about the videos of the 4 different women being attacked by black men. We don't know their background. Now, we don't know if they're black Americans or if they're immigrants. I'm confident that they're most likely immigrants, seeing how most of that shit was in New York City, in them boroughs. So, but we're not going to get into that. The fact is, 4 different videos of women getting attacked. One thrown in a dumpster, one hit with a skateboard, one thrown in a freezer, and there was another one of a woman getting attacked as well. I'm sorry, it was 3 videos, not 4, if I'm not mistaken. Now, I'm not saying those videos were done to divide and conquer. They were released and boosted very precariously. Just out of nowhere, these string of videos hit the net and go viral immediately, which raised my eyebrows, because I'm like, first and foremost, them niggas that was in the videos is some bitch niggas. We don't co-sign that shit. That is some fuck shit to be 4 niggas throwing girls in dumpsters, a couple niggas putting a girl in the freezer, the nigga recording like, just get in the freezer, just get in the freezer. What? And then you got the dude that hit the girl with the skateboard talking about don't disrespect me because she turned him down. And you know what I mean, she was talking a little whatever to you, but nigga, clearly how you act, you deserve the way she talked to you. So I'm nowhere near justifying you hitting her. That ain't cool at all. But nigga, I saw the way you acted, and I'm like, she probably tired of your stupid shit, you fuck nigga. So that goofy shit happened, and then also J. Cole put out a song where a girl had subtweeted him. She can act like she didn't. Her name is no name. She had subtweeted him. He responded in that song by like bigging her up, like, hey yo, I think you guys have painted the wrong image of me, so let me correct that image that you painted. The way he delivered it was nowhere, shape, form, in malice, but of course the white feminist talking pieces, black female feminists, I don't know how they became that, whatever, they started acting like he was misogynistic and disrespectful, saying one of them that wrote for the griot, and y'all know how the griot get down, said queen is another word for calling us bitch. Like, yo, I mean, listen, it's bitch in a head wrap or some shit like that. She said some goofy, stupid ass, I'm gonna go ahead and be the talking piece for white supremacists type shit. So, you know, that's just where it's going at this point. So what happened was I started to realize, like, wait a minute. After we just go on a powerful, powerful journey to unify, some videos and all types of shit started getting blown up. Now, them niggas that hit the women, I'm not mad that those went viral, because we need to be pointing out stupid shit like that and getting them niggas the fuck up out of here by name. You know what I mean? So I'm just curious as to how that just all just exploded like that, and now we at each other's neck again. Because now these women are blaming all black men for the actions of the few. Then there's black men trying to defend themselves from them stupid niggas. Like, yo, that's dumb stupid niggas. That ain't us. What do y'all want us to do about that? I don't know them niggas. So what do you want us to do? And it seems like it's a brunt of the blame gets put on us, talking about y'all don't check y'all friends, yada yada yada. I don't have a single friend that did no shit like that. That hit no girl with no skateboard, that hit a woman that I know of at all. Nigga, that shit, I ain't hearing no shit like that, because I don't fuck with niggas like that. So I don't have friends that beat on women or hit them with skateboards. I don't have friends that do that goofy shit. Women just swear we all have friends that committed rape or beat women. Like, we don't have friends like that. Like, not all of us. It's some niggas. Like, listen, any nigga that has a friend like that would do the same thing. Birds of a feather flock together. Let's be very clear about that. I don't want any misconceptions about that. Birds of a feather flock together. If it's one nigga beating his girl or with a beat on women in the crew, most likely all them niggas do it, or they're more than willing to do it, or they're capable of doing it. But other than that, there's no crew of niggas who got one dude beating on women and the rest of them just sitting around watching or fucking with this dude. Like, no. We don't. There's not no dude out here raping girls, and niggas just sit around and be like, yo, that's what he do. We don't do that. Like, no. There's no outliers in pedophilia, rape, in domestic violence. There's no outlier situation with that. Them niggas flock together. If them niggas ain't beat their girl yet, they're going to. If them niggas ain't rape a girl yet, they're going to. Them niggas flock together. Niggas don't hang around niggas like that. That's not respected. That ain't cool. Niggas don't play that shit. So that lumping us all in with the fuck shit, stop it. Because we don't do that shit. We try and call out women that do goofy shit, and y'all protect them all the time. Like the chick at the protest. She up here twerking at the protest. Ass cheeks out, and she twerking. What The fuck is that gonna do? Niggas at the protest dancing and cha-cha sliding and line dancing and shit like that, and 5 motherfucking black men got found hung in trees over the past week. And you niggas cha-cha sliding, kneeling, fist bumping, and all types of goofy shit with the cops. This shit ain't over. This shit ain't over by any stretch of the imagination, but y'all think it's party time. Y'all scared. Y'all are scared. Just say, yo, I'm scared. I don't want to be in this fight this long. I thought we was just going to protest a little bit, and then I was going to be able to go home and do my thing. That's what you thought. So they saw the unification happen. They like, no. This is easy. All we got to do is just show black women the type of shit that happens to them by black men, and they're going to be right on their necks, and we going to be in the clear again. And it works like a charm. I'm not saying those guys aren't wrong. I'm not saying they shouldn't be prosecuted. I'm not saying none of that shit. I'm not defending them. What I'm saying is it's quite strange how those videos went viral so fast. The divide and conquer is vicious. It's a thing that's been going on since the 50s, 60s, when welfare came into the black community by the Democrats. It seems like the divide and conquer has been working like a charm. You keep the black family from remaining strong, you keep the black community in the dirt. Y'all can sit here and say, yo, we need money, we need education, we need what you can say, everything under the sun. First and foremost, we need the black family. The black family has to be priority number one. Because within a black family, an on-code black family, you're going to create seeds of on-code children who are going to go marry on-code women and continue to bolster the black family into where we need to be, prominence. So number one is the black family needs to be on point. We need our check. We need to educate ourselves. We need to arm ourselves. All of that is vital. Fuck all that. What's priority? All of it is vital. Black family, that money, education, protection. And when I say educate, that don't mean just a formal degree, a paper degree. I don't mean that. I don't mean that in any way, shape, or form. That ain't for everybody. I understand that. Everybody's not meant to go to college. Some people meant to go to vocational school. Some people meant to get out of high school and go into entrepreneurship. Some people meant to go to college. There's various things that can be done. But when I say educate yourself, that means learn more. Period. Learn more. Do better. So, the divide and conquer is trying to push its way through. We got to fight against that. We can't let that be co-opted into the narrative, because then it's going to go crazy. Speaking of co-opting narratives, the Black Lives Matter phrase has been co-opted. The organization was already in shambles because a white man run it. He's gotten hundreds of millions of dollars. It's not going to be reallocated to the black community. No, there's no telling where that money's going to go. He co-opted the organization. It's he used black blood, black labor, black faces to make hundreds of millions of dollars. George Soros. He got rich from black bodies. Or richer, I should say, from black bodies. He funded it. And now he got rich off of it. Now, the phrase has been co-opted because now it's all Black Lives Matter is what people are trying to say. People are saying black trans lives matter, black gay lives matter, black LGBT lives matter, black women lives matter. It is so easy to co-opt the black community. It's pathetic. It's embarrassing, to be completely honest. It's quite embarrassing. To me, it is. The fact that we're able to get co-opted so easily is embarrassing. How is it that we look so unified? We see what we can do when we unify. When it's man and woman unified. And when I say man and woman, I don't care how you got there. If you're a trans man, trans woman, whatever, you're one or the other. I don't believe in that. Listen, I understand it with the LGBT community. They like, you gotta respect whatever we say. And no, I don't actually, motherfucker. I don't actually. I don't have to respect everything you say, because it seems like a lot of the LGBT community, not just the black one, just in general, they're about confusion. You don't ever want to clarify what is going on, and then you just want us to understand what you can't clarify. That's not possible. That's not even logical. That's not logical in any way, shape, or form, but somehow y'all think we're supposed to wrap our heads around something that you can't explain to us to give us clarification. That's crazy. So the phrase has been co-opted now because everybody wants to have the struggle Olympics. When we say Black Lives Matter, that means every single fucking black life. A young woman got kidnapped and murdered. 19-year-old activist. I believe she was a part of the LGBT community. Was kidnapped and murdered. And as tragic as that is, as sad as that is, you motherfuckers have turned that into a divide and conquer. You motherfuckers decided that was the time to start blaming black people for that shit. Yes, a black man did it. Absolutely. His dusty ass got arrested, and his dusty ass about to go spend his life in jail. He's going to get exactly what he deserved. Y'all couldn't just let him be the fall guy. It had to be the rest of us. It got to be every other black person, especially straight black men. I seen a motherfucker say there's black male privilege. Black male privilege is real or some shit like that. So they said, what is black male privilege? This motherfucker said a list of shit that is essentially male privilege. Yes, men don't have to worry about going outside and getting raped. That's men. That's not black men exclusively. That's men in general. Where that shit at? Because this nigga, he's so fucking stupid. I hate people like him. I'm not gonna lie, I hate people like him. Where he at? I think that got his old goofy ass out my paint. Let me see. Okay. He said, so they asked, what is black male privilege? This guy said, black male privilege, not having your feelings reduced to needing sex, not being labeled angry when expressing emotion, ability to go out and not be harassed sexually, less likely to be murdered for denying sexual advances, less likely to get sexually assaulted. I said, those are male privileges. It's not exclusive to black men. And you never heard of angry black man? Try again. So nothing he said was exclusive to black men. So there is no black male privilege. And kudos to the writers on that stat, because they got in his ass about that. They like, black men out here getting killed and you talking about black male privilege? Shut the fuck up. People like that, we got to correct and eject. We have to correct and eject. We have to correct the narrative and eject the person who's pushing the bullshit. We have to correct the narrative and eject the person pushing the bullshit. That is what we need to do. Because that kind of shit cannot be tolerated, because it opens up room for a simple co-op. It opens up room for divide and conquer. We can't let that go on. That has to stop. We're past that stupid shit. We're past it. And anyone who wants to continue to dwell on it, we need to correct the narrative and get them the fuck out of here. So we won't use Black Lives Matter hashtag no more. We already knew the organization was co-opted by George Soros, but the hashtag meant more. Now that the hashtag has been co-opted with this all Black Lives Matter, all trans lives matter, black women lives matter, it's another divide tactic. Fuck it. We're not using that no more. The new phrase we're going to be using, I didn't make this up. We're going to be using hashtag no anti-black racism. And the reason why we're going to use that because it's foolproof. There's no way you can co-opt that phrase. You can't say no anti-trans woman race like racism. You can't say that. That don't make sense. No anti-black racism. That is the hashtag we will be using. That is the hashtag we will be using. So now, it will not be any more Black Lives Matter. None of that bullshit. Because that shit is co-opted. No anti-black racism. That is the new one. That is the new hashtag. Yes, we know Black Lives Matter. Every single fucking Black Lives Matter. I swear they do. Except we know all Black Lives Matter. But we can't use that phrase anymore. We can't use that. We was never using that organization because Darren Seals been pointing it out. Rest in power to our brother Darren Seals. He moved on with the ancestors. He was murdered. But we can't use that shit no more. It's co-opted. It's done. We're going to let it go to the wayside. Let it die off. Let it be what it is. And let them have it. They can have that stupid shit. We're going to focus on actual building in the community with no anti-black racism. It's that simple. Now, before I get up out of here, I want to talk to y'all about how to identify a suspected white supremacist or white supremacist. I'll say card-carrying white supremacist. First, we're going to start off with the shorter. We're going to go from short to long. First and foremost is Rite of Passage. There are certain things you have to do to be a card-carrying white supremacist. There are certain things you will do when you're a suspected white supremacist. And one of the rites to passage is having sex with a black person. The darker the person, the better. And the reason why I say having sex with a black person, because if these white supremacists or suspected white supremacists are gay, they'll find a gay partner, lesbian partner, whatever. If they're straight, they'll find a straight partner. You know, if they go both ways, they'll go with either side. But one way or another, one of the major, you can't even become a card-carrying white supremacist unless you had sex with a black person. You don't qualify. And the darker they are, the better. That's a rite of passage. On the extreme side, a rite of passage, especially like in jails and skinhead organizations, on the extreme side, you have to kill a black person. You have to kill a black person on the extreme side of white supremacy. So some of them are so disgusted and hate us so much, they will not sleep with us. But you have to kill one. And the only way you can elevate to red laces, which I'm going to explain what that means, is to kill a black person. This is known. There are people who walk around with red laces right now, and there's no repercussions as far as law, legal repercussions for them. But those are two rites of passage to be considered a card-carrying white supremacist. Those are very important. A manifesto, writing a manifesto, is also important. Understanding the importance of April, which is Hitler's birthday month, is extremely important. So, let's move on to tattoos. Excuse me. We're going to do the tattoos now. Now, a card-carrying white supremacist is going to have a swastika tattoo. Mainly, you'll see these with skinheads. They're the main ones. They have those swastikas somewhere embedded on their body as a tattoo. A lot of times, though, it's in an area that can easily be covered up. A lot of times, it's in an area that can be easily covered up. After the swastika tattoo, there's the Aryan Nation tattoo. Now, a lot of times, it's Aryan Brotherhood is where you'll see it. Skinhead is another one. And the almighty one is 1488. Now, I told y'all what 1488 is. It's on the Defamation League. It's a combination of two white supremacist numerical numbers. The first symbol is 14, which is shortened for the 14-word slogan. This is the 14-word slogan, because we're going to talk about the talking points, but you need to understand 1488. This is the 14-word slogan. So someone who has this is a card-carrying white supremacist. It means we must secure the existence of our people in a future for white children. It's the 14-word slogan. The second is 88. The eighth letter in the alphabet is what? H. HH means Hail Hitler. 14-word slogan, Hail Hitler. Those are card-carrying white supremacists. It is an endorsement to the white supremacist beliefs. And you'll see that tattoo can be visible in a lot of cases. They will have it on their neck. A lot of them like to have it on their fingers. Some of them have it on their collarbone area, chest, back, legs, wherever. They have that tattoo. If you are a card-carrying white supremacist, that is a tattoo you will 1000% have. You probably won't even have a swastika, but you will have that fucking tattoo. And 9 times out of 10, you'll have that and the swastika to go along with it. If you see that tattoo, or the swastika tattoo, or Aryan Nation tattoo, or Aryan Brotherhood tattoo, you are in physical danger as a black person. These are the types, the skinhead tattoo as well, throw that in there. Any skinhead tattoo whatsoever. These are the people who cannot ascend to official white supremacy unless they harm, and that means kill, a black person. You are in physical danger if you are around anyone or any group of people with those tattoos. I am not exaggerating. Look up the skinheads, because they'll have them on the back of their calves. These motherfuckers got doormats. Women that have them on their titties. Men that have them on their hands, their knuckles. A dice tattoo. You will see it in a dice form. So you'll see a 1 and a 4, and then the 88 shown, because you'll see a 5 and a 3, 5 and a 3 shown. So it'd be a 3D tattoo or 3-dimensional tattoo. 1 and 4 at the top. 3 on the left side, 5 in the middle, 5 next to that, 3 on the left side, like the way a dice would be sat together. Listen. There's the pit bull with the red eyes, crazy white boy, CWB. Listen, it's not a game. You are in serious physical danger in the event you see those tattoos. Another one, if you see someone with military boots, particularly black military boots with white shoestrings, because them shits poke out like a sore thumb, that means you are in physical danger. That means they're looking to catch their first black body. They have not caught it yet, so they have not earned their red strings. If you see a skinhead or a white person with black military boots with red strings, that means they've killed a black person and they're willing to do it again. Military boots, white strings, they're looking to kill. Military boots, red strings, they already killed and are willing to do it again. You are in physical danger. You are not in danger of just pulling your phone out and saying I'm gonna call the cops or you're going viral. They don't get down like that. They will kill you. Now, are some of them bitch made and they get the tattoos anyway, or they wear the shoestrings and stuff like that? Yes, of course. But if they going through any group of people, if there's a group of them, there's no being bitch made. You have to do it the right way. It's like getting jumped in a gang. But you got to bring back blood. You're in physical danger. Don't think for a second you're not. Now, those are the main tattoos you need to be concerned about. Of course, the Confederate tattoo is a suspected white supremacist. A hand tattoo that kind of looks like Hail Hitler. You know, that's another one. Honestly, a lot of times the American flag with a bald eagle, suspected white supremacists, because those super patriotic ones are suspected white supremacists. A skull with the American flag is dangerous as well. They're more so a yell at you. They may try and harm you, but them ain't the ones they ain't like the Aryan nation. Aryans are filtered through the prisons as well. A lot of them niggas is in jail. They clicked up and they ready to catch a body in there. A lot of them come out of jail with a body on. Like, look, I caught a body in jail, so go ahead and I got proof. Here's da-da-da-da-da. I got my red strings in jail because I killed the nigga there. So those ones are different. So, but you got the American flag with the ripped one. Whenever you see any type of demon tattoo wrapped in American flag, those are suspected white supremacists as well. So skulls and Grim Reapers and the devil and shit like that wrapped in the American flag, those are suspected white supremacists as well. So be on the lookout for those. Now, talking points. First one for suspected white supremacists, these usually the passive ones, is what about black on black crime? What about black on black crime? That's the first sign of a suspected white supremacist. Is what about black on black crime, or they start talking about if they didn't murder themselves or thugs, or if they just listened and obeyed the law, and those ones justifying cop killings. Those are suspected white supremacists. They watch Fox News. That's all they watch, and they get all their information from Fox News. They're not interested in any new ideas. Don't sit there and talk in circles with those people. Let them just go ahead and wither away. They're useless to society. A lot of times, the motherfuckers are actually very useless to society. They're not trying to contribute in any meaningful way. Just garbage. You know what I mean? It's not something you need to overly concern yourself about. But be on your toes. You always be on your toes around these white supremacists and suspected white supremacists. Be on your toes. With that being said, you're going to hear the black on black crime. You're going to hear about the I'm not racist, but can I ask a question because I'm confused? They're never confused. They have Google. They're never confused. They like to play the I'm confused so they can get their talking points off. The ones that love to talk about being honest and things of that nature. When you start hearing about when they say you guys are worried about the cops, but what about Chicago? Chicago is a blanket city for all black communities. They say Chicago. There's the highest crime rate is in St. Louis. But they love to bring up Chicago because that's what Fox News tell them. If they you gotta watch Fox News to understand these kind of people. When they got nothing but talking points from Fox News, that's suspected white supremacists. They're not even objective enough to go research their own information and confirm what they're being told is the truth or not. So they're just regurgitating. They're in the echo chamber, just like Democrats. I don't like to just sit here and beat up on Democrats because people think I'm a Republican and I'm not. And I honestly don't give a fuck what y'all think, but the Republicans don't owe us shit. We ain't vote for them historically. They don't owe us shit. We was never loyal to them, and they ain't got to be loyal to us. Fuck them. They can go by the wayside. But if they come cutting that check, we gonna have to holler. They come cutting that check, we got to holler at them. Because we ain't getting shit from the Democrats. We already know that. They gonna give it to the immigrants, to white women, minorities, people of color. They gonna give it to everybody except black people. The benign and neglect rule is still in effect for the Democratic Party. And they're going to continue to operate that until we destroy them. We have to destroy the Democratic Party. The Republican Party does not rely on us for anything. For money, for votes, anything. The Republican Party does not rely on us. So they're not going to need us. We don't need them. We don't need to be talking to them. None of that shit. Our focus need to be on who we gave our money to. That's who our focus need to be on. Who we give our money and our votes to. And that's the Democrat Party historically. So, that's who we're going to focus on. So, when they call you libtard, snowflake, that kind of shit, that's the suspected white supremacists. Again, they're getting their information from Fox News. So, they're going to... Now, what I will say is, when it comes to debating a Democrat versus a Republican or a suspected white supremacist versus a diet suspected white supremacist, the diet ones are very emotional. They're going to debate off emotion. They're never going to back anything up with facts. They're just going to try and reason and fake logic emotion their way out of things. They have nothing to go off of. They don't really do much research. They just listen to CNN and MSNBC and shit, and they get their talking points from Twitter and stupid shit like that. Maybe they heard a clip from a podcast and they just run with that. Very illogical. Honestly, when you debunk them one or two times, they're going to start calling you out your name and calling you stupid and start saying you're misogynistic or whatever. They're going to just say you're homophobic. They're going to start throwing name. They're going to start the name calling. You're going to debunk them in 1 or 2 or 3 points. They're going to talk your ear off, deflect, and name call. So, those are diet white supremacists. The card-carrying white supremacists, suspected white supremacists, they're going to come at you with some numbers. But the problem is they're going to come at you with the biased numbers, the numbers that they get from Fox News, things like that. Because Fox News do teach them that here's where you can get the information that we're regurgitating to you. They don't tell them to go look deeper for themselves, but they do that. So they're going to come at you with more facts because no one cares about their emotions. No one ever cared about their emotions. So they can't get emotional and get their way. They only can come with facts. That's why you got Ben Shapiro saying your emotions is something for facts, whatever his little phrase is. That's why Ben Shapiro say that. That's why people take to Candace Owens, because she has to talk and articulate herself in a logical way, because they can't go off emotion, because no one gives a fuck about conservative emotions. People give a fuck about, or fake give a fuck about, Democratic ones, but not the conservative ones. So they're going to come at you and they're going to sound logical. They're going to be half right. They're going to tell half truths. It's going to be half truths. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be half true. They're going to give you half of the fucking information that's going to continue to validate their talking points. That is all they're going to give you. They're never going to give you the full picture, because the full picture is going to show how bullshit their talking points is. Your job when talking with them and debating with them, please don't waste your time doing that. But when you're discussing that information, or when you're dialogue, things of that nature, your job is to paint the entire picture to debunk them. It's not going to be easy. Like, it's easy, but it's not as easy as the Democrat debunking one. You gotta know your shit a little bit when it comes to them, because they'll trick you up with this history, logic, and this, that, and the third, and fact shit. But it's skewed as fuck. It's skewed as fuck. You know what I'm saying? So I just gave you the basics. You got to put your own work in. It's important you put your own work in. You got to get used to putting your own work in. And you're going to continue to gain knowledge, man. And I truly appreciate y'all listening. Again, I told y'all I was going to be more consistent, and that I have. I put out an episode on Wednesday last week. I thought I put it out on Thursday, so I don't know. I like to put them out on Thursdays, but whatever. So if y'all thinking this is a day late, it's not. It's supposed to come out on Thursdays. And I recorded it a few hours beforehand. So like, this episode I'm recording right now is about to come out in less than 3 hours. So anyway, I appreciate y'all listening. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms at HVO Marv. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click that bell. Marv Crittenden. You'll also see the Unorthodox Logic with Marv photo. That's the one you need to go ahead and subscribe to if you listen to this podcast. I'm going to actually put the YouTube link in the information, the description down. So go check that out. I appreciate you listening. I'll holler at y'all next week. Peace.